Hey everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. We are in the middle of summer and cucumbers are coming in and everybody is trying to figure out what to do with cucumbers. Well, I'm actually making different relishes. I have made a sweet relish yesterday, so today I'm working on a dill relish. Okay. I have some cucumbers that I've already been prepping. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'm cutting my cucumber, and I'm cutting it again this way. Then I'm going to be taking the seeds out of the cucumber. Okay. Go ahead and get them out this one. Do you guys like relish? What all do you use relish in? In all honesty, I use a whole lot more sweet than dill. So I'm going to be trying various sweet recipes this year as well. Okay. So after I de-seed it, I'm cutting it up. So I'm going to put the chunks in my food processor. Folks, this saves hours and hours and hours of work. I would not want to do this without it. And I'm going to pulse. Maybe another couple of pulses. I see a big piece in there. Take the chopper out and dump it with the rest of it in the bowl. I'm just going to keep on chopping the rest of the cucumbers that go in my dill pickles. And then we'll come back and start the seasonings that go in there. We are cutting up our onions for the relish. This one calls for 2 onions finely chopped. I like it better when a recipe says 2 onions, 10 cucumbers, and whatnot, rather than having to guess at how many cups or half cups are in something and go from there and measure. What about you? How do you guys like it best? Do you guys like dill relish or sweet relish the best? Let me know. It really honestly depends on what I'm using it in. We do honestly use a lot more sweet relish than dill. So, just all a matter of your personal preference. Okay, we have our cucumbers chopped up. I have 8 pounds of cucumbers here. Okay. I'm putting some turmeric. Now folks, don't worry about getting the ingredients and the ratios and whatnot, because I will leave that for you in the description box. And my salt. Folks, you use non-iodized salt for this. You can either use the canning salt. Oh, that's the end of that one. You can either use canning salt or you can use the pink Himalayan sea salt. But the main thing whenever you're preserving food is not to use the iodized salt. Iodized makes everything turn cloudy. Okay, now I'm going to put some water in here until it's covered. See if that will work. I need just a little bit more. That has a beautiful color from that turmeric already. turmeric is so healthy, folks. You really should do some research on the benefits of turmeric. And actually, I think that's fine. Everything is covered. So I'm going to put some plastic wrap on this, folks, and I'm going to set it in the refrigerator. Okay, our cucumbers have been marinating here and soaking and getting all the juices out of them and all that good stuff. So what we're going to do is I'm going to drain this. I have a strainer over in the sink. I'm going to take it over and dump it and let it start draining. And then while that's draining, I'm going to get all the brine ingredients ready. And we'll get this cooking. I'm also going to rinse this, folks. That's what this recipe calls for, is a quick rinse. So, okay. I'm going to turn my pan on. Okay. I have my onions. Again, folks, don't worry about trying to get the ingredients or anything. All of that will be in the description box, so that won't be a problem. Okay. I have my seasonings. I have my dill weed and my mustard seeds. And folks, you could put bay leaves in here. They're optional. I will include them in the recipe, but I chose not to use them. I have just a little bit of sugar. Okay, and I have my white vinegar. Okay, I'm going to stir this up and bring it up to a boil while our cucumber mixture is draining in the sink. Alright, our mixture has come up to a boil. So I'm going to turn it down to medium. I'm going to put the drained cucumbers in here. Now, folks, I drained this and rinsed it in my sink, but that's why you don't just take it straight and dump it in here, because look at all that excess liquid that dripped off. So you always take an extra 5 minutes at least and drain it and stir it and mash it down with your spoon. Okay, so we're stirring this. It's going to come back up to a boil, and we're going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to be putting it in the jars. Alrighty. There's your timer, folks. So that means it's time to get this in the jar. Okay, let me get my jars. I have them in the oven, staying warm, because this is hot. I have my water and my canner heating up, so you don't want to put hot food into a cold jar and put it in the water, because you do that, you're going to have an instant crack. This is too much work to do for nothing. And I just about did that right there, guys. I almost set that down on that cold plate. That's really smart. I'm glad I saw that in time. You'd have seen the major blooper. Okay. So, I mean, these are warm. They're not, I can touch them. But still, they're a little warm to pick up. Okay. Okay. I'm taking some of our dill pickle mixture. I'm not trying to separate it or anything, folks. I'm just grabbing a scoop. So the amount that ends up in the scoop is what's going to end up in the jar. Okay. We're going to fill it up to that bottom little ring right there. I have a wet paper towel, I'm wiping the rim off. That way, just in case I did drop some of the pickle mixture on it, I'm wiping it off because we don't want to prevent the seal. Okay, you'll notice these are just sitting here, my rings and my flats. With today's rings, it's not recommended that you actually keep them in water and keep them hot. So you just put them on there the way they are and get your lid finger tight. Make sure it's not cross-threaded, which that one seems to want to cross-thread, so we don't want that. If you have cross-threaded, it probably will not seal. So if it feels funky, loosen it up and do it again. Okay, now look how beautiful that is, folks. Smells really, really, really good too. So I'm just going to put that in the canner, get back in the oven, and get another jar out, and just continue the process until we have all of this into the canner. Now folks, I don't think you want to sit and watch me ladle all of this into the jars, do you? If you would rather me, if you'd rather see me do that, let me know in the comments. But otherwise, you can just comment thank you for not taking up all that extra time on camera. Anyways, folks, I'll tell you how many pints we get out of this in just a few minutes. Alrighty, I'm down to my last little bit of the relish. So, unfortunately, it didn't work out that we got it all in the jar this time, but you know what? That's enough for a good sample. And this definitely smells dill, let me tell you. So again, we wipe the top off. Finger tight on the band. And put it in the water. Okay folks, I got 7 pints out of this recipe. And I will put the amount that I got also in the description box. But I'm going to bring this up to temperature. And I'm going to water bath it for 15 minutes. Different pickle recipes have different times to let them cook. But this particular one, like I said, says 15, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'll show you what it looks like when we bring it out of the canner. Okay, the timer just went off, so it's time to take that relish out. I like my cover, folks, for my water bath canner. It helps hold the heat in and it gets up to temperature faster. Give it a try. I try to use what I got. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but hey, I should get an A for effort. Alrighty. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? That is our dill relish. And hopefully every one of them will seal, and I will have several pints of this put up to use throughout the year. Now, personally, I use more sweet relish during the year than what I do dill, but after taste testing the leftover of that, I think I may just change my mind because that is really good. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Like the video. If you like it, share it with your friends. You know, we all need to learn together and help each other. And it would also help my channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on that next video.